My name is Mbewana. I'm the writer and the director of a production called Getting Tested. The production seeks to address a number of challenges faced by women in the country and women in the creative industry. It highlights the issues of hate crimes directed to people LGBTQ plus community. It also highlights the challenge experienced by women from the people that they trust. For example, there's a storyline of a young girl called Umandisa who is coming from a very respected family, a very religious background where the person that she is supposed to trust, the person that is supposed to make her feel safe, who is a father, rape her and end up killing umama wakhe in front of her, and at the end of the day, Umandisa, which resulted to her becoming a stripper. So it's also an eye-opener at some stage that sibuka abantu sibabone emgaqweni, and then we are quick to judge without understanding ukuthi yini mhlambe embeke lapho. And also it addresses the issue of a culture. I think a number of women have been oppressed or suppressed ngepena culture ukuthi isiko lithi. And by that, we are not saying that it's mostly men who are abusing women using a culture, because you find abantu besifazane who have been experiencing that kind of abuse ukuthi isiko lithi, doing the very same thing to the next generation, saying to abafaza kubantwana abancane abafaza basebancane ukuthi this is what this is how you are supposed to behave, Maulaikhaya, this is what you need to do. And hence I think that's the reason why ey'nsukwini zamanje kunempe enkulu phakathi kwamamezala nomakoti, because omamazala they fail to understand ukuthi umakoti uphila ngesiphi isikhathi. So we also tap into that ukuthi asibheke ezinye izinto ezisetshenziswa kuthiwe yisiko kodwa zibe seyicinezela. So we are aiming at having those conversations even around into yesiko. And another story, it's a story of a young girl and who met this Prince Charming. No, I'm going to be happy, and then obviously after breaking her virginity goes out and tell people that she was not a virgin, and that led to her trying to commit suicide. And suicide rate yethu inyuke kakhulu kuma teenagers. So we're also addressing that as parents sometimes we don't pay attention to details. We think umntana uyadlala, and especially with puberty stage baba more suicidal. So we're also tapping into those issues and the issues of HIV, that nowadays we are grateful that government is giving out meds if HIV, and then bagnikeza PrEP to prevent you to totally HIV. So we're also celebrating such things. Today umuntu can live with the HIV, kungabi a big issue. We are also tapping into the issue of sugar daddies, that what leads a young woman to decide to date a man who is at the same age as ubaba wabo. There are a number of things that we are addressing. There's the show is based on true stories of different women, different friends that I've met in my life, and I got inspired to write this play. I remember I wrote it in 2010. I was on tour doing a production for the Playhouse, and I had so much time in my hands because we would perform once for an hour a day. We go back to the hotel. So I started researching. I started writing the production, and that was 2010, and I staged it here at the Playhouse in 2010 as Ngibuya Manje ngo 2022. Surprisingly enough is that the issues that are highlighted by the production are still relevant. They are still happening. Hence, we are saying that if women and children are not safe, we are a country at war. And we are also encouraging that when thina bantu besifazane silwela amalungelo ethu, we sigcine sesivula igap between us and men. And hence we're saying, but we may not have it all together, but together we can have it all. Meaning that if singakwazi ukubambisana with amadoda singabuki as izitha, they are also victims. So we are encouraging conversation, even different generations to have a conversation, because I think isikhathi esiphila kuso as a country, we need to be rehabilitated. And isikhathi esiphila kusona as a creative industry as well, we haven't been working for the past 2 years. My actors have not been working for the past 2 years, and there's an element of development within the production, because majority of my actors, they are coming from fraternity dance. So we had to do a lot of training sibafaka manje as actors, because idinga all of that. We've used so many different elements. Stories sisixoxe ngedance because sisikhuluma ngomdance or sisikhulume ngommusic, because the type of story esisikhulumayo laphana, it can be very emotional draining. So we had to use all these artistic flares and dimensions so that it is well received. Ungakhali kusukela ekuqaleni kuyofika ekugcineni. We have seen so many people crying from this show, because it's either umuntu noma ngabe you are not a victim, but you know somebody or a victim. What have you done? So we are saying ukuthi abantu must speak out. We are aiming at taking the show to the schools. We are aiming at taking the show to taxi ranks, community hall, because iroli yethu kahle kahle as the creative industry, it is also to educate while entertaining. It's a different case if umuntu uzothula a speech and say no to gender-based violence. I think even ama-march are outdated to go on the street and just say no to gender-based violence, because the perpetrators might not be on that street or masha kusona. They might be there emakhaya. So that is why with this production we want to go la kukhona khona inkinga, and then sibe labo bantu abazosusa and bring other people to assist, even social workers as well, so that kube khona nama hotline. So there's a lot that we're aiming to do with this production, and I'm so grateful to my crew. And it is also about women empowerment, because there are very few female writers and directors that are prominent. Even if they are somewhere there in the creative industry. Our production is 100% women. I'll say 99%, because there was one male who was my assistant director, Ubabu Nzama. And from the production manager, we've got Ukuku Lamashenge Jamini, who's been doing almost everything, working with the cast, doing this and that. To the actors, we have 4 actors. To the production team, we do have our marketing manager. So I am aiming at uplifting women and teaching other women ukuthi singakwazi ukuthi sizenzele without relying komunye umuntu. Because even in the music industry, you find ukuthi abantu besifazane, they are backing vocalists. Hence they are in the music videos being naked. That's the only thing that they do. They're being naked in the music videos. Uthi uyabheka amadodo alkaphumba bagqoke baze bagqoka nama-jacket in those music videos. So we are saying there are a lot of careers within the cultural and the creative industry. So it is important that we take care of each other, teach each other other skills. So yeah, thank you so much for attending the program, and I am hoping we asked to travel the whole world and tell our story as abantu besifazane, and nobody can tell a story somuntu besifazane better than a woman. Thank you.